Good afternoon, everybody. This is Dr. Jeff Culbert from Schooley's Mountain Chiropractic Center, and today I just want to do a quick little video in terms of what are the different things that we do in the office every time that we're adjusting somebody. Obviously, a chiropractor, we're going to be adjusting. I have my hands as the first tool that we're going to be able to use. I also use a technique called applied kinesiology, in which we use the Touch for Health chart. So this gives me my major crib sheet to know what muscles might be involved, what segments of the spine are involved, what nutritional products we might need to think about for certain muscles, what are points that we're going to use to flush toxins out of the muscle, what are some of the points that we're going to be utilizing to bring blood into the area for better healing. So again, between applied kinesiology and the Touch for Health chart, that's one of the tricks of the trade that we use. Then we have this wonderful table that we have here. This is known as what a Hill's flexion distraction table. And again, I use this for things like distracting the low back. It's just a little bit of a traction table that we can use. We use this for facet joints that are jammed and irritated, and especially we use it for lower back discs. So if somebody's out there got some pain when they're coughing, sneezing, laughing, pushing out a bowel movement, that type of thing, anytime you're bearing down, if there's pain in the lower back, this table is an absolute gem for when that's going on. Not only does it traction out, but we also use this for tractioning out discs and facet jamming in the cervical spine. And then for everybody's out there, if you notice, one of my last videos was adjusting a mom who has had a baby, but when she was very pregnant and we needed to adjust her, this table has the ability to drop that centerpiece, which allows us to get that pregnant belly in there, so that again, we can adjust the mom on her stomach without it putting any undue pressure in onto the baby or to the lower abdomen or to the womb. So that is our flexion distraction table. Along with that, we also use SOT, which is blocking the pelvis with SOT blocks and balancing what goes on up in the cranium. So sacral occipital technique, SOT. We utilize SOT blocks in the office. One of the very first techniques that I utilized and learned in chiropractic school was the use of an activator. An activator is a very small handheld adjusting tool, FDA approved by the way, that ranges anywhere from about 2 pounds of pressure, and when you open it up all the way to as much as 32 to 36 pounds of pressure. What it lacks in a big oomph, as you would get when you're adjusting by hand, it makes up for in speed. And the other thing that I love about activator, it is a technique with an analysis that allows us to know where to adjust, when to adjust, most importantly, when not to adjust and when to leave something alone and let it just go through its healing process. The other things that we utilize within the office are some basic tools. You know, we have the Wartenberg wheel that we use in evaluation for an initial exam. We have our tuning fork for vibration sensation, but the other nice thing that we can utilize the tuning fork for is if somebody's been traumatized or they've gotten something that hurts really bad and we're considering, is there going to be a fracture? Once the trauma has occurred and about 24 hours has set by, a tuning fork is really a poor man's x-ray. Then if you put that on an area that you're suspecting a fracture and it lights you up like a Christmas tree and literally drops you to the floor, really good chance that you got a fracture. We can confirm that with an x-ray, which is right next door, okay, across the hallway. The other thing that we can utilize this for, there's a really nifty acupuncture trick that if we're worried that somebody is way overstressed and they may be suffering from ligament laxity as a result of their adrenal glands pooping out, tuning fork held in your hand and it starts to vibrate. If you cannot successfully hold a tuning fork while holding a muscle strong and the muscle weakens, very good sign that you are far overstressed, and we're going to have some challenges adjusting you in the fact that ligaments are lax, so the adjustment will go easy, bones will go in place relatively easily, but on the flip side, because of the laxity within the ligaments, you can also subluxate or go out of position with a bone or a joint rather very easily, so it's a great tool to know. And then there's obviously the reflex hammers that we use, and this is hopefully going to get you a little bit. This is my wrench. I use this when the monkey shows up. Thank God the monkey really never shows up. The other thing that we have here is our Diagnostic machine, and this allows us to do some adjunctive therapies within the office. You know, one of the things that we can do with this is a little electrical stim, trigger point therapy, or ultrasound on this one machine. So it's a 3-in-1 machine. It allows us to use the stim for blocking pain signals as well as balancing tone, top, bottom, right, left, front, and back. We use the ultrasound when we want to improve circulation or decrease inflammation. And then the other thing is a combination therapy where we're utilizing both ultrasound and electrical stim, and this has the great ability to actually allow us to basically use the transducer head as a little search and destroy mechanism, so we can start looking and searching into the muscle to figure out where there's knots that have built up, lactic acid is accumulating, allowing that muscle to want to stay and further spasm, as well as create muscular spasm and pain for the particular patient. So these are some of the tricks and the tools that we use in here. I'd like to think I'm Felix the cat, and these are just the tools that I keep in my bag of tricks that allow me to make your chiropractic experience here, one, fast, quick, easy, lots of fun, as we help to get you out of pain, start to establish some relief, and then move into corrective care, and then ultimately build you into long-term, lifetime supportive wellness care, where your body thrives and you can do whatever you want, whenever you want, wherever you want, as often as you want, with as many people as you care to share and enjoy life as humanly possible. So this is Dr. Jeff Culbert. If you saw anything here within our office that piques your interest, well, I hope you come in and visit us. We are at 484 Schooley's Mountain Road here in Hackettstown. You can also visit our website, SMCC4U. And if you liked what you saw here, if you could please hit like and subscribe, we can have you be alerted to future videos in the future. That would be great. Again, this is Dr. Jeff Culbert from Schooley's Mountain Chiropractic Center. You guys have a great day. Thank you.